This is an Albrecht 0 to 1/16 chuck. That's 0 to 1.5 millimeters, which is called the C15 chuck. It's a J0, which means it's a Jacob taper 0. Taper goes there. I'm doing a repair. And it was damaged. This little overhang here chipped off. So all the jaws would tighten, but when you retract them, one would stay up because it would fall out of that. So I took the nose cone off there. This little pin index is there. Take the guide out, take the jaws out. This is a reverse thread screw, so it's righty-loosey. And it's an Acme thread, which gets 0 lubrication. No oil, no grease, no nothing. It needs to be completely dry to function at its smoothest. And so for $240, you can get the spindle, and it comes with the screw, the drive for the jaws. I got this on eBay. It was new, but new old stock for $90. And lefty tight, because it's reverse threaded. Screw it all the way in. And then that's what makes the jaws advance and retract when it's being held by this. So you screw it all the way in. Lefty tight. Put that in so the pin goes in that little dip. And then you have to turn it so the little cutouts are there. The jaws aren't numbered, so you don't have to keep track of which ones go where. It's all 3 jaws. Just going to loosely put this on. Jaws come out. And the jaws retract. We have fixed this chuck. And again, no lubrication. If you take this spindle part out, underneath there there's a bunch of steel balls that go in underneath. They're trapped in there. If you bang this out, then the balls fall out. You can put grease on those balls. Just a little. On this little trackway here too. Just a little. But you don't grease anything else on these. And there you have it. They go up and they retract. The way these chucks get damaged is sometimes if you open them up all the way, people can jam something bigger than what the chuck's rated for. And this goes for all keyless chucks. If you put something in that's a little bit too big, then as you use the drill, it self-tightens, and then that damages the chuck. The other thing people do is they get a big drill bit with a reduced shank, and that's no good. You don't never want to do that because you're exceeding the size that the chuck is rated for, which means you're exceeding the pressures that it's rated for, and then you can crack the screw, pull the jaws out, do all sorts of damage, jam it closed, jam it open. But I got this chuck for free with a Cameron drill press that I bought. And so it'll fit on the taper on the actual drill press. My other Albrecht chuck, I will now take off that drill press, put on this, and then on my big normal drill press, it can close on this 1/2-inch arbor here. And this 1/2-inch arbor was like this long. I cut it off so that the chuck fits snugly and I'm not having all that hang down, wasting all that space on my drill press. And that's about all there is to it. If you want to take apart these chucks, what you do is you drill a hole in a block of material, plexiglass, or a square of brass, slice a hole from the edge of the brass to that hole, slice with a saw to the hole. That way it opens up. You put this part of the chuck in that hole, clamp it in a vise, and then get a strap wrench, and then you can pull this off. This nose cone is a regular threaded, so lefty-loosey. Once you get it open, this screw is righty-loosey. Very important. You have to crank it to the right to loosen it up and remove it. And now this chuck works. And it is smooth. And no lubrication on that screw. You don't really need lubrication anywhere else either. You can, of course, on the outside put a little bit of grease. And this was seized up. The lubrication, the old lubrication from the factory, was dried rock solid. And I soaked it in WD-40 for 2 days. Didn't do anything. I put it in a glass jar with acetone, and in 10 minutes, I was able to take the nose cone off, and everything came apart real nice. And that's how you do it.